It's really important to me. So if you would do that, I would feel so grateful. Um, and go support Eris Health. But back to the topic. So, did you know that women get erect? I'm not kidding. Women actually have erectile tissue, and it takes 20 minutes for a woman to get hard, so to speak. Okay. So, if you are a man and you are going to be intimate with a woman, the number one piece of information I could give you is that, um, unfortunately, we're not porn stars. I mean, some of us are really good in bed like a porn star, but we're not porn stars. It's not reality. And I'm sure you know this by now, but just a friendly reminder that women start warming up for that moment all day. So, intimacy for a woman is as important as the actual sexual act for a man. And the intimacy is how we get warmed up. So if you start the day being amazing, say you have planned date nights, which I do recommend. Planned date nights helped me stay in my marriage for 13 years. Okay. And for my second marriage, because I've been married twice, most of you who watch this know that, or Hot Topics Live, my regular episodes, you know that. We talk about marriage and divorce a lot on that. But um, you know that my second marriage, sex was not the issue. Our sex life was great. It's how we stayed married for so long, right? So being willing to go to counseling was also one of the ways that we stayed together for so long. But the intimacy part is so important. So if you have dates, like we had date nights, that date starts the whole day. And you just be affectionate and have conversations. A deep conversation can be such a turn on for a woman. Or you talk about real things, or just talk about stuff. Talk to her, listen to her without having to solve anything. Or maybe she wants some problem solving, and that's ideal. But the date night begins the entire day, you know, the gifts, the flowers, um, taking her out, you know, looking good, putting your cologne on. I love a man who wears cologne. Smell good for your girl, right? Fix yourself up, take her out. And for the ladies, you know, looking beautiful and all of that stuff, getting ready for your date night, because it's important to want to turn your man on too. So, what does he like? You know, are you into lingerie? Like, how can you spice it up? Because keeping it spicy is so important. Do you involve toys? You know, what can you do to bring fun and imagination and adventure into your relationship and into your bedroom? Okay. Just to keep things exciting and fun. Are there things you're willing to try or something you always wanted to try that you haven't tried before? Do you have these conversations with your partner about what you're interested in and what you want to do? These open conversations, or are you too shy and embarrassed to speak to your partner about what it is you're truly wanting? Because if that's the case, what kind of relationship do you have? And if you're divorced and you're not in a relationship, think about this for your next relationship. So let's review. Intimacy begins the entire day on your date night. And then you're going to have conversation for the fellas. For the ladies, you're going to spice it up, right? You know, wear something amazing. You're going to smell beautiful. You're going to feel soft to the touch, right? And you're going to be open and willing for him to warm you up, because that foreplay that 20 minutes before the sexual act is so critical. That woman needs you to get her completely aroused, whatever that it means for her, whatever she's into. Talk to her. Ask her how she likes it. Ask her what she wants, and then give it to her. And while you're doing it, ask her if that's enough pressure. How should you do this? How should you do that? And have these communications during the act. So that's the trick. 20 minutes. 20 minutes can save your sex life. That warm up time is so important. And this is what I learned from Susan Bratton, right? You can go follow her on Instagram and see everything she's talking about, right? There's so many different kinds of orgasms you can have. I was blown away. I didn't even know that there were so many orgasms you can have. And most people don't know that. And if you did, you'd be having more of them. So you should learn. You should be open to learning about how to improve your sex life, whether you're male or female, and then doing it. Because if you have a great sex life, you will have the foundation to be more successful in that relationship, working out problems, right? It's like, what do they call it? The emotional bank account, right? So you put in deposits, and every time you put in a deposit, it of something good, some positive energy, something loving, something fun, amazing, great memories, right? That's building up your emotional bank account. And then every time you have a fight or some negative energy, it's a withdrawal, and you should have like 5 more deposits than withdrawals for your emotional bank account. Well, what about your sexual bank account? Right? You need to have like 5 great experiences to 1 fight. Okay? 1 negative experience. Okay? And that will keep you and your partner happy and satisfied. I mean, also being willing to go to counseling helps if things get rocky, because sex is obviously not the only thing a relationship requires. But I tell you what, if you're both open to like going to tantra retreats and going to sexual workshops and learning together as a partner, as a team, that brings novelty into your relationship and excitement and something you're learning together. So it boosts vasopressin, which men need, and it boosts intimacy, which and dopamine and oxytocin, which women need, right? And that is so beautiful in your connection. So even if you're dating and you're not in a long-term committed relationship like so many of us are right now, being open to learning about sex and your own body and what makes you tick and what turns you on is so important, because you can bring that information into your dating experiences. Being willing to just talk openly about what you want in the bedroom is such a turn on for most men and women. So don't be afraid. Like, just go for it. And if you're already doing it, let me know. Drop a comment. Tell me what works for you, what you're into, like what you know about it that you can add to this conversation. Because I'm live. You can drop comments and we can have a dialogue right now if you want. Or if you're shy, you can just put them in the comments and we can talk about it on another episode. So this is huge, right? Like just being willing to talk about sex and how you like it and what you want and what you enjoy. And if you're insecure about sex, there are workshops and classes you can do. I do a workshop, not that I necessarily feel insecure. I love it. I'm into it and I'm into learning everything I can learn about it to ensure that my partner is satisfied and that I'm satisfied, right? But I stumbled upon this workout on Instagram. It's called Libido. Have you seen it? Have you seen those videos of Irina working out? Okay. That woman What? And there are so many. Like, once you find the libido,